In 1886, Carl Benz introduced the gas-powered motor wagon to the world. 17 years later, Henry Ford popularized the machine in America. From the start, the true test of the car's performance has been competition, first against its predecessors, then against other cars, and finally, the clock. The original Great Race was an international affair from New York to Paris in 1908. High-speed tracks followed, offering the period's ultimate test of cars and drivers. The mechanized test of courage was also off and running. At Daytona Beach, the sport left much of its homegrown flavor behind and rocketed into the space age with its high-bank superspeedway, the rewards as well as the dangers in auto racing. And so did the fierce competition between the world's most courageous athletes. Today, we speed into a newly named series with 40 of the sport's best drivers competing in the Great American Race. Ladies and gentlemen, the starting grid as they have qualified for the 59th annual Daytona 500. On the pole with a speed of 192.872 miles per hour, becoming the first driver to win consecutive 500 poles since Ken Schrader from 88 to 90. Give it up once again for the Napa Maniac, dual race number 1 winner Chase Elliott. He and Bill are now the only father-son duo to earn back-to-back pole positions. Starting alongside, getting knocked out of the number 1 spot by 2 1/1000ths of a second, it's two-time 500 winner fan favorite Dale Earnhardt Jr. This marks the 4th time that Hendrick teammates have swept the front row in the last 8 races. Row 2, fresh off a runner-up finish in the duels, is Joplin, Missouri's Jamie McMurray, the 2010 winner, and winner of dual race number 2, Denny Hammerin' Hamlin, who won the closest 500 finish last year. To row 3, in his first full-time season driving a Ford, 2007 winner Happy Kevin Harvick is flanked by his new teammate, who finished that same race on his roof, the warrior from Emporia, Clint Bowyer. Row 4 sees Brad the Big Keselowski 3rd in 2014. Congrats to him on his recent marriage. And the Outlaw, 3-time runner-up Kurt Busch, who gets 3 Stewart-Haas cars in the top 8. Going to row 5, it's 2-time Daytona 500 champion Mighty Matt Kenseth. And in the Intimidators number 3, 2014 pole sitter Stone Cold Austin Dillon rounds out the top 10. In row 6, it's car 6, all aboard the Trevor Bayne train. The 2011 winner looks for another big miracle, and after a team filed a lawsuit over Nature's Bakery earlier this year, 2013 pole sitter Danica Patrick gets her Tooth Fairy wings, with Aspen Dental being her new primary sponsor, but not for that many races. Row 7, the Cuban Missile Eric Almirola won a rain-shortened race here in the fall of 2014, and the Rocket Man 2008 winner Ryan Newman is there as well. Back to row 8, Slice Foot himself, Joey Logano, winner 2 years ago, also won the Clash last week, but Young Money Kyle Larson had to pull out of that race early per NASCAR's new rules after he had too many men over the wall. Don't count him out though, he should be fun to watch after finishing 7th last year. Row 9, with a new full-time deal with TriStar Motorsports, it's the Ginger Lion, Cole Witt, and the new driver for Germain Racing's entry, it's Ty Dillon. In row 10, recent Xfinity Series champion Swerve and Daniel Suarez had a very productive race in last week's Clash. Let's see if he could top off Speed Weeks with a strong finish today. Returning to Front Row Motorsports for the first time since this race in 2015 is the amazing David Reagan. Row 11 belongs to last year's third place finisher, Rowdy Kyle Busch. And 9th in 2013, the Texas Twister, Michael McDowell. Row 12, Ricky is back, and the Stenhouse Jr. has said that being in a relationship with Danica has helped him be more health conscious. And on the road for an unprecedented record 8th Cup Championship, the 40 dominate of 2-time winner Jimmy Johnson. He'll have to start in the backup car after he brushed the turn 3 wall in the duels. Row 13 is where you'll find the new face of Go Fast Racing, Matty D, Matt DiBenedetto, and in his last season with Farmers Insurance on the hood, Casey Citizen Kane on his outside. Moving to row 14, it's Landon Sandcastle, the new driver behind the fast, clean, friendly Ford. And as the first non-charter team in the field, a standing ovation to DJ Kennington and the Gaunt brothers. Kennington is the first Canadian to race in the 500 since Trevor Boys in 1988. Tell me, DJ, how do you feel about that dual finish?
Most amazing feeling in the world. Castrol, Lordco, Dwight Kennedy from MVP, everybody who's made this happen for me, my dad, my whole family, just thanks everybody. This is one of the biggest moments of my life, and all the guys at work, everybody that pitches in to make me so I could come and do this. Thanks everybody, I really appreciate it.
Row 15, Joey Gase going apace in his first 500 and making his 784th and final NASCAR Cup start. Give a hand one last time to 2-time 500 winner Michael Waltrip. Over to row 16, starting right behind his teammate, his golden boy, Corey LaJoy, and 4th generation racer Jeffrey Earnhardt makes his first 500 appearance as well. Row 17, after a late race incident in Thursday's duels, it's the bright yellow fella, Paul Menard, and hoping to rack up as many points as he can in Furniture Row Racing's second entry, while also starting way in the back, Eric Jones dials in from Byron. In row 18, the New Jersey Fury Morton Truex Jr. raced with all his might last year, but managed to lose by 1/100th of a second over Hamlin. He's the first of 3 drivers who had to fall back to the rear after his car failed to meet the minimum height requirements during post-duel inspection. Now having a chartered entry this year is Honey Badger Ryan Blaney. It's an all JTG Darty Racing Row 19 with Chris Buescher, the newest member of the team, and dangerous AJ Allmendinger, 3rd in his first attempt in 2009. And in row 20, the 2 drivers that made it into the race on speed, Brendan Long Gone giving Beard Motorsports its first Cup start, and rounding out the field in Tommy Baldwin's part-time ride, the Master of Disguise, Elliott Sadler, runner-up in 2002. For the second consecutive year, the 500 has its shortest entry list in history, with only 2 drivers missing the show. The first was the Texas trump card, Reed Sorensen, after his 55 car roughly crashed out in dual race number 1.
A lot of pressure going into making this race, and it's a very big deal to a small team like ours, and I hate to see us to miss the race by getting taken out like that, but it's part of racing.
The second was King of the Timmy Hill, who drove the Spoonful of Music Foundation Chevrolet for Rick Ware Racing. And ladies and gentlemen, there's your field for the Great American Race.